Welcome to another video. Today is going to be jam-packed full of information for you guys. We're going to be covering how to complete the Horde event, including getting all the new Mimic skulls that were added in yesterday. I'll be showcasing you guys the new operator skin that you get for completing the Horde event as we have completed it, and we're going to be covering the FR Avancer from MW2 and just see how viable it is inside of MW3 Zombies. So we're going to be checking it out in all three zones against bounties. We're going to be taking on a Mega Abomination. So hopefully you guys stick through to the end of the video. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you turn on the notifications and subscribe so you don't miss out any future uploads from myself on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Now we are also live on Twitch and Kick daily. The links for the streams are down below and I'd love to see you guys there. Let's get to the video. Alright, so we're spawning in with our FR Avancer from MW2. I think it's got a pretty cool blueprint on it, so you guys can check it out here as we inspect the FR Avancer. Now this weapon really surprised me. This was one of my favorite weapons. I really enjoyed using this one inside of MW2. So we've got Orion on it and a blueprint. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to throw on some golden plates, my Aether blade, and my perks. We're not going to put on any weapon rarity, and we're not going to put on any pack-a-punch as usual, and we are going to spawn in and go and grab ourselves a tier 1 bounty and see how the FR Avancer deals with the tier 1 bounty unpack-a-punched, no rarity, no ammo mods, nothing, just the base weapon. So we went over and picked up our very first bounty. Now let's go and see how this done. I was really curious to see because I really enjoyed using this weapon in MW2, so I was curious to see what it was going to be like. I was really excited to test out this gun today and show you guys, and it definitely is something that is really strong. These fights in tier 1, like I said, during the series can be quite the challenge. However, with the FR Avancer, I just didn't really feel concerned. You can see I was doing tons of damage to him, just the base rarity, it's white, not having much of an issue at all. So we completed our first one here, which is the Mimic, and that is going to be the Mimic skulls that you need to pick up for the event. Those were released yesterday. So we're going to get to the best method within MW3 Zombies to complete the Mimic skulls, and of course the method to do it in multiplayer. So we picked up our second contract inside of tier 1, which was a bounty. Now on this one, we're going to throw on just our legendary tool and go see how much of a difference it makes. So we picked up a Mangler. He's very eager to fire his shots at me. I went and took him out. Didn't realize how tall the Manglers actually were when I killed him. But again, legendary in tier 1 with the FR Avancer, easy work, really easy work of these bounties. I didn't feel concerned at all. Not in the slightest. So then of course we had to move on to tier 2 and grab ourselves a bounty. So we picked up our bounty in tier 2, and we're still legendary and we have no ammo mods, so I just did a legendary straight up fight against a Mimic in tier 2, and you can see it was a bit of a struggle, but again, it's definitely dealing some damage and it's something that you can do. So if you're out of tools and you're trying to get some money in a hurry to pack-a-punch your gun or what have you, you can take the FR Avancer with a legendary or epic into tier 2 and you'll be able to deal with the elites, and the zombies are definitely on a problem. I was able to take down this Mimic. It took a little bit of time just because of course I'm not pack-a-punched. I don't have any ammo mods. I'm just legendary on the weapon, so it was doing decent work for just a legendary inside of tier 2. I think pack 1 on this legendary inside of tier 2 and you guys would be making easy work of absolutely everything that came your way. So we completed off our Mimic contract here. You can see there's some more Mimic bones that we got. Those are what you need. They released those yesterday, so you're gonna need 200 total of those to complete it, and we got some epic loot out of that, a PAP3 crystal, which I was very, very happy about. So we're going to go ahead and apply our PAP3 crystal on our gun. Usually I go to PAP2, but loot gave us a PAP3 crystal, so that's the case. Then we had to go literally across the map to grab our bounty. So I grabbed my Fred truck, and Fred the zombie and myself went and picked up our bounty, went over and grabbed it, and it was a Disciple, which was a perfect way to show you guys triple pack legendary against a Disciple in tier 2. Made easy work. Aside from the Disciples just moving around and being a real pain in that butt to find a place to shoot them. But the Disciple itself wasn't much of an issue. The zombies, you can see, just really easy to deal with. Not much of an issue at all inside of tier 2 to deal with the zombies with this triple packed and legendary. Easy work for the Disciple. He's gone. Let's go check out and see what we got in our loot. But like I said, this gun is definitely one of my favorites to use. I really enjoyed it in MW2, and I've been enjoying it also inside of MW3. It's also really strong. Here we are in Tier 3, doing some crowd control. I wanted to show you guys I hoarded up a whole bunch of zombies and then just kind of had them come at me to see if this gun is something that's viable inside of Tier 3 as, you know, crowd control to deal with just the sheer number and speed at which the zombies come at you in Tier 3, and passed with flying colors, as you can see. So, you know, the last thing we got to test on the FR Avancer, triple packed and legendary, is Mr. Mega Abomination. And I will say, this is definitely something that you can use. It's definitely something that's viable for taking out Mega Abominations inside of Tier 3. It's definitely something for sure. I had no struggles dealing with the Mega Abomination here. Just kind of shooting him from range. It is an assault rifle, so it's got range. But as far as, you know, moving around, it's not an LMG. It doesn't make me feel like a slug when I'm running with it. Definitely wasn't a problem handling the zombies while I was dealing with the Mega Abomination. Was definitely not an issue with this weapon. So something I would definitely say is viable for Tier 3 is the FR Avancer from MW2, which is nice to see because as we're going through the series, we're collecting a few different viable options for running around inside of Tier 3. So you're not stuck to just one weapon, just the swarms or whatever it is that you're choosing to use. There are a bunch of different weapons that are viable and do enough damage for you to be using them inside of Tier 3 to take out Mega Abominations, Elites, Contracts, Zombies, what have you. It's definitely something that's nice to have. I prefer having a few different weapons of choice to use when playing the game. I don't always want to be stuck using just the same gun over and over again, especially inside of this game where we have over 100 weapons to choose from. You know, I definitely want to be able to have some variety in the weapons I use when I play this game, in that there is such a large selection of weapons to choose from. So having more viable options for Tier 3 and more viable options for weapons in this game as a whole, I feel is just a win overall. So we're going to be doing our top 5 weapons inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies before Season 2 Reloaded drops. So keep your eyes open for that video. It's going to be coming. But you can see here we just about finished off our Mega Abomination. It was a bit of a fight. There's a lot of zombies in this area. I didn't bother clearing them out first. So as I'm dealing with the Mega Abomination, he's spawning in more and more zombies. It was just a real pain in the butt to deal with him in this area. But we definitely finished him off. He was coming at us here. I just about had him. And then we finished off the Mega Abomination. Now, to do the mimic skulls that you need for the event in order to complete it and get your operator that is attached to the event, you need mimic skulls. Now, you can get mimic skulls in MW3 Zombies from infested strongholds. You can get them from big bounty contracts. Sadly, none of the skulls, the bones, the dog bones, the mimic skulls, the armored zombie skulls, none of that drops in the Dark Aether. Even if it's the story Act 4 or the Elder Sigils or just the regular Dark Aether, none of the skulls and stuff drop. So you won't be able to go there to farm mimics and stuff like that, which would make this a lot easier. I tried it. They definitely don't drop. I can guarantee you that. So your best bet in order to complete the mimic skulls for the event is going to be going into Tier 1 and grabbing bounty contracts. And the reason why I'm saying Tier 1 opposed to Tier 2 is because Tier 1's pool of bounties for the contracts to pull from is mimics and manglers. That's it. So here we are in Tier 3, and we got ourselves a bounty contract, which was a mimic. And again, I wanted to show you just how viable the FR Avancer is inside of Tier 3. Like, this gun is awesome. It just slays absolutely everything. I have no problem handling the crowd control of the zombies, dealing with bounties, Mega Abomination, as you saw. It's definitely something that is awesome. I was pleasantly surprised at just how viable this gun was. I wasn't too sure. Also, I struggled a little bit with the weapon build. You guys will find that near the end of the video. I've got the weapon build for the FR Avancer. So if you guys have any suggestions to help make it just a little bit more of a laser beam, then please drop those down in the comments. Let's help each other out and see if we can't come up with a better build for the FR Avancer than what I have. So there we are. We cleared out our Tier 3 bounty, which was a mimic. Picked up another mimic skull from that, and we got a Juggernaut can, which I saved for my next match. Now we wanted to head out, and I wanted to show you guys just exactly how to do the bounty stuff. So you're going to go to tier 1 and you're going to try and find yourself a bounty contract. It might be a bit of a struggle. This is the strategy to get this completed, so people are going to be doing this. So you want to grab those bounties nice and quick. So pick up your bounty contract inside of tier 1. If it's a mimic, run over, clear it out, kill the mimic. You've got your bones right here, and then you can check your loot. If it's not a mimic, you're going to get a mangler. You can either run over and kill the mangler quickly, or you can just cancel that contract, find another bounty, hope it's a mimic, and just continue to do that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this video helps you guys out unlock the new kill shot operator within the zombie horde event. Hopefully this video helps you get the mimic skulls nice and quick. And as always, at the end of the video, I do like to provide you guys with the weapon build I'm using on the FR Avancer from Modern Warfare 2. So you guys can check that out here at the end of the video. Make sure, if you haven't already, make sure you drop a like on the video. It helps a ton, and have yourselves an awesome day, and we'll see you guys in the next one.